Did you watch part 1? If yes, welcome to the second part of investigating confusing words. Hi everyone, I'm Roya and happy that I'm here with you again. Together, we're going to find confusing words and uncover the truth behind them. So, bring your notebooks and write them down. This criminal is perhaps the most dangerous one so far because it doesn't hide behind a difficult pronunciation. It doesn't change a letter. It's a space. Yes, a tiny little gap between two words can change the meaning of a sentence. Apparently, English believes spaces have powers. Everyday versus everyday. At first glance, they look the same, but the space changes everything. Everyday, written as one word, is an adjective. It means normal, ordinary, or something you use regularly. For example, these are my everyday clothes. Everyday clothes. In other words, these are the clothes I wear as part of my normal routine. But every day, written as two words, is an adverbial phrase, means each day. I practice English every day on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Each day. A while versus a while. A while is an adverb meaning for a period of time or for a short time. Please stay a while. For a period of time. But a while is a noun phrase means a period of time. That's why we usually say for a while. I waited for a while. A period of time. A while for a period of time. A while, a period of time. So, a while means for a while. Everyone versus everyone. Now, this suspect is especially sneaky. Everyone means everybody, all the people in a group. Like everyone passed the exam. Everybody, all the students in class. A wonderful sentence. We all like this one. Everyone focuses on each individual person or thing in a group. Each individual person or thing in a group. Every one of the books was interesting. Each single book. Sometime versus sometimes versus sometime. English looked at two confusing words and said, no, this is not enough. So it created three. Sometime means at an unspecified point in time. What does it mean? On a specified point in time. For example, let's meet sometime next week. We know it will happen, we just don't know exactly when. Sometimes means occasionally. Occasionally. For example, I sometimes watch documentaries. Not always, not never, just from time to time. Sometimes means occasionally, and sometime written as two words means a period of time. It took some time to understand this lesson. Took some time. A period of time. Anymore versus anymore. Another case where the space is guilty. Anymore, written as one word, means no longer. I don't watch TV anymore. I watched it in the past. I don't watch it now. Anymore means an additional amount. An additional amount. Do you have any more questions? Would you like any more tea? Any more questions? Any more tea? Any more coffee? Any more problems? So one talks about time, anymore, and the other talks about quantity, anymore. Login versus login. Again, space. It's a modern criminal created by technology. Log in is a verb, it's the action. Please log in to your account. You're doing something, you're entering the system. But login, one word, is a noun. It's the name of your access information. I forgot my login details. One is something you do, log in, and one is something you have, login. Login, entering the system, login, name of the access information. The next aspect describes the world we see every day. Weather, climate. Weather, climate. Let me say it like this. Weather tells today's story, climate tells the whole story. Weather is what happens in the atmosphere over a short period. The conditions of the atmosphere over a short period. It's raining today. That's weather. Or the weather was cold last week. Climate, on the other hand, is the average pattern of weather over many years. Over many years. The weather of this country is usually warm. Not today, not this week, usually. Here's another way to think about it. One storm is weather. Thousands of storms over decades create climate. Did you get it? Floor versus ground. Floor, ground. The difference depends on location. Floor is the surface inside a building or enclosed space. My keys fell on the kitchen floor. Kitchen floor. So inside a building we say floor, not ground. And ground is the natural surface outside the building. The children sat on the ground, maybe in the park. The object that falls does not care where it lands, but English does. High versus tall. High, tall. Both describe vertical distance. We use tall for the things that are high and thin or narrow in their shape. High and thin in their shape. Like a tall person, a tall tree, a tall building. High describe distances upward or possession far above something. Like the bird is flying high. The mountain is very high. Again, for people and things that stand upright, use tall, but for distance above something or high position like mountain, clouds, airplanes, birds, use high. Also, you can use high for price and temperature. High temperature, high price. So tall measures shape and high measures distance or possession. Above versus over. Above, over. These two often stand in the same position, but they don't always do the same job. Above focuses on the possession. Higher possession with no contact, like the picture hangs above the sofa. Higher possession with no contact. Also scales and measurements, like temperature. The temperature is above zero. Also we can use above for rank and level. Rank and level. Example, generals are above captain. Generals are above captains. Over suggests movement, covering something or being directly higher. The airplane flew over the city. Movement. Put a blanket over your legs. It's covering. What about numbers? We use over. It costs over $10. Over $10. And ages. Over. She's over 20. Over 20. Between versus among. Between, among. Most students learn Between means two, among means three or more. This rule is useful, but the full truth is more complicated. Between is used when we think about separate individual items or relationships. Separate individual items or relationships. For example, the agreement between the three companies was successful. Between the three companies. Separate things. I had to choose between coffee, tea, and juice. Among is used when something is part of a group or surrounded by many things. She was standing among her friends. She was part of that group. He found his wallet among the papers. The wallet surrounded by papers. English gave us a simple rule, then it added a second secret chapter. Travel versus trip versus journey. Travel, trip, journey. All involve going from one place to another. So what's the difference? Let's start with the broadest word, travel. Travel is the general activity of going from one place to another. General activity. It can be a verb or an uncountable noun. We traveled around Europe last summer. Air travel has become much cheaper. I love traveling. So think of travel as the big picture, is the activity itself. Trip. A trip is a specific journey that usually has a clear purpose and often includes returning to where you started. It is shorter, practical, or planned. We went on a weekend trip. We are going on a trip to Paris. And finally, journey. Journey focuses on the experience of traveling from one place to another. It sounds longer, maybe more challenging, or more meaningful. The journey across the desert took several days. They had a long journey by train, an unforgettable journey. And look at this one. Her journey to becoming a doctor was difficult. It's about the long process of achieving a goal. That's why we often hear expressions like my English learning journey, his journey to success. So, journey isn't just about the destination, it's about everything that happens along the way. So, remember, travel is the activity, trip is event, and journey is the experience. The case files remain open, the investigation continues. That's right, it's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great week. See you soon. So long. How do I look? Look like a clown. So long. Oh, care. Farewell. Files remain open and then what is this? High price. What night? Why not?